Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing beauty on a budget. If you're not sure what this is, I set a $25 a month budget for myself for makeup and skincare, and I'm gonna test out the products for you guys so you can see my first impression. So I went to CVS and I got a couple of goodies from LA Girl. I actually only have LA Girl products to show you guys today because I've never tried the brand out before, and I was so excited to see that they were at my local CVS. They had a fully stocked selection and I'm so excited to test these products out for you guys. LA Girl products are a lot cheaper at CVS than their website. I have no idea why. If you guys know, leave a comment down below. I'm not sure if it's at every location, but thankfully they're a lot cheaper in my location than online. So I got a couple of goodies. Let me just show you. So the first thing that caught my eye and I knew I wanted to try are their Eye Luxe shadows. They have a huge selection. I couldn't make up my mind, so that's why I got two. I got the Harmonize and these shades, oh my gosh. This is beautiful for every day or a nighttime look. You have two matte shades and two shimmer shades. And then the next one is Hypnotize. This one I really wanted because of that maroon shade. There aren't any mattes here. Maybe this one's a satin, but they all look like they have some degree of shimmer. So I might have to mix both palettes. Next, I have the Pro Prep HD High Definition Smoothing Face Primer. I've been needing a smoothing face primer. The experience that I've had with smoothing ones is that they're a little too slick or they just feel too heavy, so I'm excited to try this. Next, I have the Metal Liquid Lipstick in Lustrous. I've never tried a metallic liquid lipstick. I thought this color would look cute for fall. I have no idea how it swatches. I might just go ahead and swatch it now before I apply it on my lips because I kind of want to see how dark it is, to see how dark I go with my eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. It's moussey. That's really interesting. Lastly, I have the Shady Slim Brow Pencil and I got the shade Blackest Brown. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with eyeshadow. So I'm just priming my eyes with MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And I am going to mention the products that I'm using as I go along so you guys know. So I think I'm going to use the Harmonize palette. I'm going to use this shade right here on my crease. So far so good. This one's really soft and it's blending really nicely. I really haven't planned out what look I'm going for. So now I'm going to use this shade right here to darken up the outer corner. I'm going to start off with a precise brush, and I'll use a fluffy brush later. That is really pigmented, blends out nicely as well. I'm always excited when I find a good eyeshadow quad because they're so easy to travel with. I'm not blending out the color just yet, I just want to set it down. I'm going to blend it out with the warm shade right here. I'm not sure how this will work because there is a little bit of shimmer in that maroon color. This is the Hypnotize palette, but I want a little bit of a hint of maroon in my crease. So I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to blend this right into the two colors. So I have a hint of that maroon color through my crease. For my lid, I'm going back to Harmonize and I'm using this rose gold shade. It's not really applying like I thought it would with a brush. I am going to try a little bit of Fix Plus on my brush. Alright, that's the pigment I expected from this shade. It's darker than I thought it was. I'm going to use a brush to blend out the shade a little bit. Going back to the Hypnotize palette, I'm going to use this light shade as a brow bone highlight. That's a little bit more shimmery than I wanted it to be. Alright, let's move on to the face. We'll finish the eyes later. I'm going to use the Pro Prep HD High Definition Primer. It looks like a silicone primer would. I don't know if you guys can see. And it does have that slick feeling. I don't like that feeling at all. I'm going to move on to my regular full coverage routine. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Nude. And I always mix this foundation with a little bit of Urban Decay Naked Skin in the shade 2. Too Faced probably made a shade that could match me right now, because I know they extended their shade line. The nude is almost an exact match, mostly in the summer, but then it just gets a little bit too dark for when I'm pretty pale. I'm gonna use the Eco Tools sponge to blend this out. I do have a couple of breakouts today. For concealer, whenever I need full coverage, I always use the MAC Pro Longwear. The pump is a real pain with this. I did not need that much concealer. And I'm trying to breeze through the products that aren't really new because you guys have heard me talk about them. By the way, I use the shade NW20. It conceals really well and it also highlights. I am in love with this sponge. It is so much better than the Beauty Blender. I said it. I've had Beauty Blenders before. The angle is just so much better than just a tip. Now to set my makeup, I'm going to use the Ben Nye Neutral Set Colorless Powder. As you can see, I do use this a lot. It doesn't have a sifter, so it can get everywhere. But other than that, it's really good. I like to set my under eyes with the sponge and then brush off the excess. I might have added a little bit too much of the Urban Decay foundation. I'm looking a little pale. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as my contour. And I always like to use this little brush that came in my Benefit Hoola bronzer. It is really quick and easy with this brush. I've had it for a while too. I think these are natural bristles. As you can see, this is a very cool tone bronzer. It is great for contouring your nose. I'm not a pro at nose contour, but I think it's really easy with this. For bronzing, I like to use the Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce. It's very warm, but it doesn't make your face look orange. And I love this combo, the Butter Bronzer and the Milani, especially for every day when you just want to look sun-kissed. And I use a fluffy brush with this. You guys see? It also gives the skin like a healthy glow. Not like I'm wearing highlight, but it gives it a little bit of a glow. On the daily, when I don't want to wear eyeshadow, I'll also wear this on my eyes and just bronze my face all over. For blush, I'm going into the e.l.f. Blush Palette in Dark. I'm using the lightest shade right here just because my lipstick's gonna be pretty dark. And I always tap off the excess with this because it's pretty pigmented. So far, so good with the primer. My face doesn't look or feel oily. Alright, I need me some eyebrows. We're gonna use the Shady Slim, I almost said Slim Shady, brow pencil, and it's in Blackest Brown. They also had a black color, but I wasn't sure because sometimes black can look a little bit too harsh. Ooh, it reminds me of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Application-wise, I like this better than the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which so far was the only dupe I had for the Anastasia pencil, so I'm excited. It's really easy to get a defined brow as well. I think I found my new everyday brow pencil. I really like this. I went ahead and cleaned up the edges a little bit, but I think the color is really good. The application was really easy. It's not too creamy, not too waxy. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia one. This. So far, so good. So I'm gonna finish up the eyes. I wanna use this maroon shade on my lower lash line. This is from the Hypnotize palette. Just to balance out the look. Make it a little more smoky. I'm not sure if this is gonna be too dark, but we're gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna go into the Harmonize palette, and I'm gonna use this shade as an inner corner highlight. That's nice. It looks darker in the pan, but it is very reflective. No issues picking up this shade with a brush. Almost done. I'm gonna apply the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I'm gonna do a very thin line just because I wanna wear falsies, and anytime I wear falsies, I usually wear liner. I'm not very good at applying falsies without any type of thing covering the band, so. So the falsies I'm using are the Christina Wispies. I got these on Amazon. I think I got like a 6-pack. They have been my favorite. They're so comfortable. I have to trim the edges a little bit so they fit better. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply these and I'll be right back. I went ahead and applied my falsies and a little bit of mascara. I don't know if I ever told you guys, whenever I applied falsies, I always go back in with eyeliner to go over the band, make sure that the lash glue isn't showing. and to make sure that they look as similar as they can. Before I apply the lipstick, I'm gonna go into some highlight. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. This has been my favorite highlight of the moment. I feel like I'm a little bit more fair, and this color just looks so great on fair skin. Now for lips, this is the Metal Liquid Lipstick in Lustrous. When I swatched the shade, it didn't dry before I had to remove the swatch, so I don't know if this color actually dries. You know what? Let me remove this. My lips are way too dry right now. It seems to be accentuating the dryness. Alright, you guys. Round 2. I exfoliated as much as I could. Now I'm gonna set with the City Color Primer Spray. This is enhanced with aloe vera. Little spritz. And we're done. As you can see, the makeup look turned out really fall. I'm so excited. I love the eyeshadows. They're really warm and rich. All of them blended really nicely. The only one I'm iffy about is this one right here, which is the Harmonized Quad, the rose gold shade. It's still applied nicely, but I had to use Fix Plus to kind of get that really nice metallic sheen. To me, that's really no biggie overall. These were really great. I know I didn't use any of the other shades in the Hypnotize palette, but if you guys want to see a tutorial using this palette, let me know. I would be more than happy to do one. The eyeshadows get an A in my book. The Shady Slim Brow Pencil is my favorite product out of the bunch, just because it's so similar to the Anastasia one, and eyebrows to me are important because I don't have a lot. I use eyebrow pencils on the daily. The shade works really great with my hair color. It was easy to apply and keep the sharpness of the brow because it's such a thin pencil. It's not too waxy, not too creamy. It has enough pigmentation. The HD Smoothing Face Primer. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet because when I first applied it, it felt a little bit too slick for my liking. I'm not a fan of slick primers, but it kind of settled. It does blur my pores. It doesn't feel oily right now. It feels just fine. But looking at my makeup right now, I think the primer did a great job. I will definitely update you on how it actually keeps my foundation during the day. So I left the Metal Liquid Lipstick for last because I wanted to give it a chance to fully dry. It's very comfortable on the lips and it feels like a thin layer. So I really love that. So it actually did dry. It transferred just a smidgen. It is a metallic liquid lipstick, so it might kind of enhance the dryness on your lips. I had to go back and fully exfoliate, but I think it looks really good. I don't think it's one of those lipsticks where it just enhances everything negative that you have on your lips. I am really loving this formula and the look that it gives. It's metallic, so it has that sheen, but it still looks like a matte lipstick. And I think this color is great for the fall and winter time, so I think I liked everything that I tried today. I'm really surprised. I was expecting good things of the brand. Some of them I liked better than others, but all of the products were good. So that's it for today's Beauty on a Budget. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and that you got some ideas for fall makeup on a budget. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I always appreciate the support. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any video requests, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.